I am so happy to see this. Kanon is trying out Warframe. Yes, dude. More eyes on Warframe, please, man. Kanon overall is known mostly in the MMO, MMORPG communities, makes basically MMORPG content. Warframe is not an MMO, but the more communities that are more aware of Warframe, the better it is. I am a strong advocate for Warframe. I love Warframe. I think everyone should give it a fair shot. It is a free game. Honestly, like I got so much shit. I think I've spent ever maybe $20, and that's just to show my appreciation for the game because I'm a broke bitch. Okay? But like the game is so fucking good, and I'm so happy that more eyes are on it. I saw another video by somebody who plays Destiny. Again, this is kind of like a similar genre, and I feel like most people who play Destiny are aware of Warframe. So I'm really happy to see someone like Kanon who is making a Warframe video because he's a part of a pretty different community.
Current peak on Steam, and the craziest part is that it's not,
and he chose the best background song. Oh my god, we built together.
Not even Steam exclusive, meaning there are way more people. I mean, if you play MMOs, who hasn't heard of Warframe? I always knew it was relatively popular, but I had no idea it was that popular. Guys, maintaining 60,000 concurrent just on Steam is a lot, so I had to check it out.
Pretty good.
Warframe is a free-to-play action RPG shooter developed by Digital Extremes. I've always heard conflicting opinions on whether or not...
By the way, Digital Extremes apparently is not a gaming company. It is actually
online.
It's the party of a life.
Fucking cool.
Digital Extremes is actually a music company who decided to make a video game to showcase their music.
Bro, honestly, the music in this game is so good. It is so good. There's like 6 tracks right now that are literally on my workout playlist. I just love them so much. They're so good.
This game was an MMO, but from what I could gather from my limited playing time and research, this does not really fit my personal definition of a traditional MMO. Warframe feels much more in line with ARPGs in terms of game structure, where there's a lot more solo play, smaller scale multiplayer.
Dude, he hit the he knows, man. He knows. He's been around the block. This is not an MMORPG. Stop calling it that. This is also why some of my streams are called Warframe is the best ARPG on the market, because it is literally, aside from how the gameplay feels, because it is a shooter, every aspect of this game is an ARPG. If you love ARPGs, you should play Warframe. You should give it a try. Now, again, if you just hate shooters as a whole, okay, I get it. But if you are an ARPG player, you love that grind, you love getting new loot, you love making builds to blow shit up, Warframe is the game for you. Unless you have something very much against like third-person view or whatever. But Warframe is the most ARPG game you can find right now. It is so good. So good. And every build changes the way you play the game completely. Okay? Like every Warframe changes how you play the game, or the weapons make a massive difference. This is the most player choice customization you can get out of any ARPG. It is so good. Now, if you're into the isometric, like isotop, whatever it's called, like the top-down view, okay, Warframe maybe not for you. But if you just want like that feeling of progression and trying new builds and stuff, Warframe is the game.
big emphasis on building out your character and just a bunch of killing shit with your build. First Descendant comes to mind when thinking about comparable games. Definitely a looter shooter. Speaking of comparison, Destiny 2 is always a title that comes up when talking about Warframe. I find it kind of funny that there's some friction between the two communities, but in terms of actual gameplay comparisons, when I asked my chat about what they have to offer, I learned that Destiny 2 delivers you raids and pinnacle fights, whereas Warframe is more like an ARPG endgame loop where you just put builds together that allow you to blast better and faster. There are obviously a lot more comparisons to be made.
There are, but I talked about it in a different video, so I did make a mistake there about the player numbers. But yeah, Destiny and Warframe feel very, very different, even though they're both technically looter shooters. But like, I would say Warframe feels more like an ARPG in a looter shooter environment, whereas like Destiny feels like an actual just looter shooter. More like PvE Halo kind of thing. That's what Destiny 2 feels like. Warframe doesn't feel like that at all. It feels more like an ARPG.
But those are the two that stood out to me the most, and well, I don't want to make this video be a comparison between the two. So with that said, here's my live first impressions highlight with my live recap at the end. Choose your Warframe. For those of you just joining the stream, we're going to be checking out Warframe for the first time. I know, crazy, I've never played this game before. First things first, I heard this game has a fantastic community, and that's one of the main reasons why I was interested in the game. I think the community that you're playing with is pretty important. All my friends have...
Speaking of community, I don't know if I'm going to react to this, but Mylan says something really, really important. I'm just going to run the introduction, which is about a minute.
Suffers from a very, very unique problem, and that is the community is too helpful. And I do think it potentially impacts new players' experiences of the game. And at one end of that scale, you have streamers who are trying Warframe for the very first time. And I do think sometimes you come in a bit hot and scare away, maybe not scare away streamers, but potentially deny them of some of the experiences of Warframe.
Strangle them with
remember,
kindness.
we don't want them to just try Warframe.
Yeah.
We don't want them to just be paid sponsorships to play Warframe. We want them to come back to playing Warframe. And I mean, obviously...
And I made a video about this earlier, about like, there was, what was his name? Fallout Plays, right? And he got sponsored to play, right? This was 6 days ago. And then you go to his videos. When you go to his videos, that's it. Like everything else is Destiny. So like 6 days ago, he tried Warframe and then he didn't. And when you go into his stream, into the video, you would see he already has 2,000 plat, for example, right? Which obviously at the phase that he is in, and also Mactix is guiding him through the game and doesn't let him experience pretty much any of the game on his own, find out, right? Which is, it's not horrible, but it also like it takes away from you as a player. So you see he already has 2150, right? And then at the end of it all, he will also buy Amber. Straight up buy her, right? I don't know if he grinded Amber herself and then bought this, or he just bought Amber and then bought the skins. I am not sure. Either way though, this whole thing of like buying early and just like takes away from your discovery, being guided by another player takes away from your discovery, understanding of the game, the learning and getting attached to the game. And this happens again. Mylan says this, I said in like I think 3 videos already. So yeah, the community is really nice, especially to like new streamers, but I feel like they are ruining the experience of playing a game. Like hand-holding someone through stuff that they don't need to be handheld takes away from their experience. But anyways, yeah.
have said that this is a goated game. Obviously, there is some negative criticism surrounding the game as well, but for the most part, I've heard it's actually really fun. What is this? Choose your Warframe: Excalibur, Mag, and Volt. Excalibur epitomizes the warrior spirit. His master swordsmanship deals high damage. He is the embodiment of martial excellence. Slash dash. Well, that's pretty sick. Radial blind. Radial javelin. Exalted blade. Summon a sword of pure light and immense power. Interesting. Okay, let's look at Mag. Take down your enemies with magnetic force. Mag alters magnetic fields to provide crowd control and strip enemy defenses. Few can resist her attraction. What's that supposed to mean? Yeah, definitely not her, by the way. I can just tell this is not my style. Looks like it's got a lot of utility. Volt. Electricity flows through Volt. His attacks deal high damage.
Best.
Enemies will be shocked. Speed. Volt and his allies receive a brief movement speed. This character so far kind of reminds me of Bunny from First Descendant. I don't know.
Yeah. That's pretty much yeah.
I feel like Excalibur sounds more. Excalibur uses a sword. The choice here is all about what abilities you want. Okay, so I could play the same exact build on Excalibur as I could with Volt. I'm kind of leaning towards Excal. All right, let's hit confirm. We're gonna go Excal, boys. Use
Deceptions.
slash dash. Okay. Oh.
Yeah, it feels really good though.
Good. Oh man.
Yeah.
Wait, there's no cooldown on that?
Nope. Just energy cost. Yeah.
Is there no cooldown on this? Ain't no way there's no cooldown on this. This is insane if that's true.
It is. It's really fun. It is really fun to use one for mobility. It is really fun.
Oh man. I immediately get the appeal of the combat in this game. That feels really good out the gate. Man, the graphics look good though.
Wait till he discovers bullet jumping. That's like gets everyone.
Look real good. Oh man. Holy shit. The movement is... I'm gonna have to get used to this movement, but the movement is pretty cool. Hold crouch and spacebar for the bullet jump. Okay. Ah. What is this? Pick this up. What is this? A bow and arrow? Ooh, or this? Ooh, what should we go with?
He's gonna go for the bow and arrow.
Bow and arrow master.
He's like, I know there's like not a lot of options, but I feel like Excalibur and bow and arrow is like people start playing this game, they're like Excalibur, bow and arrow. 100%. I play on controller, in my opinion. It's easier to control with. What, bro? This guy's no way you think it's easier on the controller.
Oh my gosh! Is that ping, or am I just terrible at the game?
You're just terrible at the game. Just terrible at the game.
I used to be good at aiming, man. Not so much. Not so much anymore. All right, so I think we're ready for our first impressions review. What do you guys think?
Yeah, okay.
We beat the game. We're actually done.
100%.
We just cleared the hardest raid in the game. What is this? This is all the loot that I got, I'm assuming, maybe. Look at this guy down here on the bottom left. That destroyable on the bottom left chat. He says, how do you play this game? It's literally me. God, that skill feels so good.
I know, man. I know. It feels so good.
I'm trying to get this. Oh, that feels so good, bro. This area is heavily...
That's why I love playing
Scout. The area and proceed with caution. Ain't no caution. What do you mean caution?
I just wish 2 and 3 were
I am not in
more
danger,
useful.
Skylar. I am the danger.
I need to literally kill everything. No. Oh, I could wall jump.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool.
Can run on walls
My
too.
frame rate is insane in this game. Why is my frame rate so goddamn high? When you guys play multiplayer, do you get high frames?
Bro, I wish.
Is the performance in this
If I
game
get-
just
if I get-
insane? What's the deal?
If I get 50, I'm happy. But
Wait.
he has a really nice
This
system.
looks, God damn, this looks pretty good. Holy shit. Wait. Am I seeing things or is it... This looks a lot better.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't wait till I get some... Can I get some like crazy energy build and just permanently do That little ninja dash thing. Yes. Oh, that's gonna be sick.
Yep.
Oh
Wait till
my
he
God, dude,
sees
I'm
his
so
cooler roll.
sorry. I'm just zipping around. I'm just zipping around, man. I don't know what the fuck is happening. I'm just running around the fucking goddamn world.
It's like going the opposite
not
direction.
having a care. Like, I feel like a kid at a goddamn playground, man. Just, it's like I feel like a kid that's got rollerblades for the first time, only on roids. I could care less
What
where
the-
the hell the quest
Wait, what
objective
the fuck was
is
that?
for the first time, only on roids.
Oh, the the roids are for the. I was like, what the fuck did just grow out of it?
I could care less where the hell the quest objective is. Dude, all this fun. Dude, I'm 100% just gonna play Melee. Dude, I love this. This is fantastic.
I feel like this is like just MMORPG players. They're like, they go into this. This was me, like, when I first time played it, I was like, dude, I'm only going melee. I don't care about fucking guns. I'm going melee all the way, bro. I had the Excalibur, I had the one, the old one, like, which wasn't like, I believe it wasn't even like dashing between targets. I think it was just dashing to the target. And that's just all I did. Just fucking give me the biggest sword and I'm just fucking charging.
Fantastic. This movement is so cool. It's so good. Dude, if
It's
I'm
very
able to play, like,
responsive.
a looter shooter, being able to play, like, I feel like Melee definitely works.
Oh yeah.
Like, that is so satisfying, that Melee there. Dude, moving fast is just fun. I
Nope.
don't know what else to say. Moving fast is just fun. Like, some of the map design is just completely pointless, right? Like, stealth through this and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's
but
the old
I think
design,
the
yeah.
fact that movement is so insanely fast and fun, it just makes up for it. I mean, how could you not like Melee here, man? I love
Yeah.
this little one ability, and I just want to use that for everything.
Yeah,
I do
yeah.
think it's better that they don't lock
Yeah.
you into a cutscene while going through this dialogue. Forced story narration usually isn't the best, but you don't feel as forced so far. Well, from what I've experienced, I don't really feel super forced to listen to all the dialogue because I can
No,
do
you
other
can
things and
learn,
move around
yeah.
while it's playing. I think that's a better way to force lore onto a player if that's the intent.
Yeah, the only time is like specific quests. You just can't skip the cinematic and stuff like that. But I feel like, and they can be pretty long cinematics, but I feel like it's just, I don't know why they did that, because there are some, I was gonna say that's like they did that for like because it's a really important cinematic, but there's also really important cinematic that you can skip, and there's also like very not important cinematic that you can't skip, right? Like during the New Wars specifically, there's a lot of long cinematics you can't skip. There's a lot of like cinematics like that are important that you can't skip and that you can skip, and then some that are like very not important that you can skip, and some that you can skip. So I don't know what their criteria is for skipping or not.
I'm starting to zoom, boys. Boys, starting to zoom. It's like playing an FPS. It does kind of feel like COD speed. Call of Duty speed? Yes, it actually does.
Never played.
Max Vault speed boosted. Oh, shit. I mean, it's already fast. You're telling me it gets like way faster? Wait,
Well,
how old is this
yeah.
game, chat? 12 years? Bro, this game was out longer than some of you guys in my chat. Some of you guys in my chat, you guys are probably swimming in your daddy's nutsack when this game came out. That's crazy. Community is actually good in this game. Also, I'm pretty sure most of us here can help with no hassle. I mentioned this earlier. One of the biggest things that turned me on to trying this game was that I heard the community is like very helpful and very positive, I guess, except for when it comes to Destiny. Apparently there's a little
don't
bit
talk
of
about that
friction
shit.
there. Interesting to see a new
Don't
player
talk about
now that
that
the
shit.
game is old. Yeah, I've never actually played Warframe, man. I'm absolutely hooked on this movement though. Fortuna.
Oh,
What is this? Foreclosures, fixed interest rate, variable rate. What the hell? I like that. What is this world? Holy shit, dude! This color.
this was after
Dude, this
the
color
song
scheme
already.
matches my stream color scheme. God damn! What a gorgeous looking area. Oh, we hit our first FPS spike. Lag spike. Gee.
Yeah, something's
oh,
loading.
Shit.
Yeah. Loading can
Yeah,
do
that,
that sometimes.
that did not feel good. Oh, my little performance. We're right back to 300 plus FPS all of a sudden. Jesus.
Yeah, it's
Look
the
at the
because
back
that's
of
the
your
loading
frame's
screen.
head. There's a smiley face.
Too late.
Oh, you're right.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
Too late.
Oh, you
What is
look at
it?
the back of your frame's head. There's a smiley face.
Oh, back of the frame.
Too late.
Oh,
You're right. Wait.
You have
I
30
can't unsee that. Why would you tell me
Oh,
that?
God.
Is that deliberate? Why would
That's
you tell me
hilarious.
that?
drone that overheard 30
Just ruined my experience with Warframe. All right, listen, guys. I think this is a good place to stop today. Here's my
For
initial
brand
take.
first impressions? I don't know, man. This is like Fortuna. That's like barely an hour in, I guess. Is it? Ah, man, I don't know. Especially with the new changes right now. I guess maybe like first impression, an hour to 2 hours, maybe, I guess, yeah.
With the game, combat is amazing.
Yeah.
The combat is amazing, and the
Yeah.
combat
Mm,
is amazing.
I
Combat
agree.
including movement, really, really good.
Yeah, those are my top three
Soulframe
too.
also was really good. That's pre-alpha, but Warframe I can see. I think after experiencing Soulframe's initial playthrough and Warframe for a couple hours,
If you experience Soulframe's initial playthrough and you go to Duviri, it would feel extremely similar, if not the exact same. Like, I'm not talking about like after they fix it. I mean like the early Soulframe, not the one that it is right now. I think now it's like a lot smoother, but like the first iteration that they let people test out, that was Duviri.
I think this team that's developing this game, I think Digital Extremes has done a fantastic job with both their games. I don't know if there's any other games they've developed, but these two games, the combat is just really good. I don't obviously know what the end game loop is like. I heard it's really grindy. Zooming around the map is just insanely fun.
Yeah.
At first.
Yeah. No,
Maybe it
that's
gets
still
boring
fun.
later. Maybe it doesn't.
Still fun.
But I don't know, man. My first couple hours, I just had fun zooming around. I didn't even care about getting lost. It didn't matter because I could just zoom around. And as someone that enjoys playing like a Genji or some kind of like melee,
They made Unreal Tournament 2004. I believe they also, well, some of them, yeah, because the other ones went to do Unreal Engine or something like that. Like they were a Digital Extreme and Unreal Engine used to be like one company or some shit like that. But also whoever made Unreal Tournament Game of the Year, like the 2001, that's the real OG.
samurai
Oh,
sword
okay, there, Unreal
wielding
Tournament, yeah.
class. This was really fun. I got to just zoom around, use my melee abilities, go from mob to mob, and it was fun. It was fun. I hear there's a lot of emphasis. There's a big emphasis on build making at the end game, which sounds very intriguing to me. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing much I can say after only playing the game for 2 hours, right? All I can say is, yeah, I had fun in the first 2 hours, and a lot of that fun came from just being able to zoom around. Once I learned how to do the movement combo that you guys were teaching me, it just became instantly more fun. Now, when I first entered the game, obviously I didn't know the movement combo. It felt good even then. But then when I learned how to do the movement combo on top of it, dude, just going from point A to point B was a lot of fun. And I think that's something to be highlighted, if that makes sense, you know? Story, yeah, you guys are saying the story is really good. The music is incredible, fantastic.
Myelin said it best. It's a music company that created a game just so they could create their music or some shit. That was fucking brilliant.
The graphics look really good, and the performance for the graphics look really. I mean, look at I'm literally in town. You can see the FPS down here.
Yeah, that's
I'm
crazy.
running on 300, 400 frames per second. When I'm in the map, it was like over 200. Never really dropped below 200. I was in that little elevator. That was the
loading
only
screen.
time I experienced
It's the loading
a
screen.
little bit of lag. But yeah, I mean, a transitional scene that lags is really not a big deal.
As long as it's not during the game, you're fine.
Yeah, I don't think there's much I can add to this other than
Your build carries you up to 80% of the way to end game. There's some variety, and only certain content will really test your skill. His build right now will carry him. Only assuming that he knows what he's doing. His build right now will carry him to sacrifice. Once he's at sacrifice and finishes that, then he's good to go, because he's gonna get the 5 half-built Umbra mods, 2 for the melee and 3 for the frame. That carries you hard. And then you have the, what do you call it, like the second dream, Broken War. That's your melee for like until the end game. Yeah.
Definitely looking forward to playing some more. We'll see how it goes.
Respect. Restekpa. But this is the thing where it's like, because right now there's such downtime in like his genre. Like, I don't think there's like much going on in the MMORPG right now. Like, we had the Blade and Soul hype, we had the Throne and Liberty hype, and yeah, what are you gonna do now, right? So it's like now it's that intermission phase where he can test out new games, and I'm really glad he gave Warframe a shot. We need more creators trying it out and bringing like new eyes to the scene, specifically from genres that are like not the same but not the same. So for example, if you're an MMORPG player, you can find similarities, kinda, especially if you're an MMORPG player of like current MMORPGs where everything is kind of like instance based. Warframe is technically very similar in that regard, right? If you're a shooter, you might enjoy this. If you're an ARPG player, you might enjoy this. So that's I feel like that's who they should be broadening their audience to, not to Destiny 2. Destiny 2 players more than likely already are aware of Warframe. It just wasn't their thing. There's no real point, in my opinion. I don't know the numbers, but it's there. I don't think there's a real point in sponsoring Destiny 2 players. I don't think the success rate or the conversion rate is gonna be high enough compared to like maybe other people who never played this genre. But you also need to target the genres that are currently have a downtime. Like for example, MMORPG is a good genre to target right now. There's nothing going on in the MMORPG genre. Right, there's no WoW expansion, WoW major patch. Final Fantasy 14 is kind of like rather quiet overall, and I'm kind of keeping track of Final Fantasy 14 too. RuneScape is still RuneScape. Guild Wars 2. It's been like what, a month already since their last big patch. So again, the MMORPG genre, ESO, haven't heard anything in a while, right? So it's like the MMORPG genre as a whole is now a bit quiet. It has its little downtime for a few months. This is the time, right? I think WoW, for example, right now is probably already on the last patch, and it's gonna be like the half year to 8 months of the last patch until they release the next expansion. Usually, kind of like how it goes. So again, all of these people are just kind of like can get bored out of their mind. So giving them eyes on the new product that they maybe haven't played or didn't know about might be a good idea. Yeah, anyways, that is the video. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.